Ema Oviakwaba Eba GC News, hot news all time, latest and hot news. And on the Bremo. A branch bako our can Alan Kojo Kyeremanteng wadi and some to Jan with the Hopeson Adorye easy the Mensa. Safon wadi Biamani Akufo Addo any IGP. Na branch the and semi breatuda. Now sana yoko ni semi na Mr. Say so we are subscribe to the channel now Mr. Say over subscribe. Put your bayan say over click the subscribe button na wabeli notification no yensa video fufobia be upload no also onsa be Afriyie na wa like video no my thumbs up, give us a thumbs up na fe wa share ma ofoforo so na wo je bi hwe na wo hu de koso afi yeko ensema ba bituja no abrante baako I friend Solomon Owusu wode ensema tuja no wode kokobosem na ma easy. But they say easy, any Mensa one in pay as we just say 2024 election, one in pay say peaceful. Now, what they say, young lady, Akoto, limited voter registration, Akoto, share Basa, month for person one register mine only at it, say, and some Basa. Then, no, what they could Emma Akufo Addo chance, tension will come amount for any upgrade to say 2024 election, you don't go to be a joke. Now, president, oh, sorry, I will say you will not hand over power, say, se ujato omai we mo a oga hu se suaso no ono so na ne nyina ebeba na abrati di ensem dodora na atuga na yese mrem yenkuti se de woda sanse we di a wo chese ebebro no se wodani abre 2024 election de ya de obi abedi agro wode ensem bebre atuga yenkuti ni nsem no na dia ka bia no infan so enti
people started accusing her, and I said let me take her backstage and analyze Jane Mensah and her commissioners, and I came to one conclusion that she doesn't want to have peace, no peace in election 2024, and she is not being helped also by the president of the land, who the least opportunity he gets reminds us that he is never going to hand over power to any opposition. Let me assure President Akufo Addo that if this country bends, he will be the person to face the consequences. And if he does not know the import or the ramifications of his reckless statements, then what happened in Edujama, what happened in Kukum, what happened in Ketu North, what happened in Cape Coast must begin to send some signals to him that the people of this country are no more interested in rhetorics. They are no more going to take any nonsense that will come from the Electoral Commission. But with Collins Dada's case, I'm very surprised that he is the one being accused, because the matter took place in the Sunafo South. To the best of my knowledge, Collins Dada is the MP for Esuchifi South. Sunafo South has its capital as Kukum, and that was where the issue took place. I also understand that he himself was not even there, so the police has to come clean with whatever investigation. That is not to say that if Collins Dada is involved in causing violence, he must be let go or let off the hook. Nobody is above the law. But what is very striking is that between this violence and the MP's action of giving bribe to electoral officers in Ajoso, between the two, who must be behind bars?
That has been my question.
You see, they must not lead us into temptation.
Charlie.
They must rather deliver us from evil. When you begin to behave like this as a police institution, then it reminds the entire Ghanaian that indeed the vice president, who is an interested party in this whole election, is the chairman of the police council. Is it the case that as by virtue of he being the chairman of the police council and also the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, he is abusing the position to make sure that people that do not belong to his political parties are rather haunted? There's a question I have for the vice president and the police council and the IGP for that matter. Government will go, government will come, but the police institution would remain the police institution. I'm sure the office that the IGP is occupying, you will see a number of pictures of former IGPs. It is not there for fun or for tourist attraction. It is there for it to constantly remind you that once upon a time, there was this Patrick Agyapong, there was this Afriyie, there was this Kofi, there was this Peter Dampare, there was this and that, there was Akufo and so on and so forth. Madam Robertson. And so you would also become a former IGP sooner than later. And that is why the interest of the state must remain paramount at all material time. At Adujuma, what are we learning? That it is alleged that the parliamentary candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Frederick Achampo, decides to go to a polling station and send minors there, people that are of no age. They are not of age to register in the first place. What does our constitution say? Yeah. That only those that are 18 and above and of sound mind must be registered. Why is it that you that wants to lead this country and lead us in honesty and in truth is right from the beginning lying? You are perpetrating crime on the people of this country. If the New Patriotic Party and by extension the Akufo Addo government believe they have delivered, there are more than 17 million names already in the register. You won an election with the 17 million people in the register. That's not the case. What does the government think it has done so wrong to those in the register that they believe they must go and register minors to come and vote for them before they win an election? If indeed you believe you have performed. From the actions and inactions of this government, it clearly shows that it has not performed, and that they are only counting on the naivety of young ones who have not gotten to the age of voting to vote for them to come to power. And the people of this country say they are going to resist oppressors' rule as enshrined in our national anthem. And that is why you saw it in the Dujuma, that people decided to fight that despicable act. So I understand two people are in hospital. And yet again I go back to the president and I go for the you are the one fueling this. Those your rhetorics, you will not hand over power. The Ghanaians want to show you. When the Dujuma incident was taking place, there were policemen there. They could not cough. Tells you the power of the citizenry is mightier than the so-called your security. And that the earlier the president refrained from any least opportunity saying he's not going to hand over power, the better for this country. And the Electoral Commission, you have only one assignment, is to register people of 80 years and above. You see, what happened in Ejoso must not be glossed over. The decision by the electoral officers to take bribes must not be glossed over. The MP's decision to bribe the officials is a strategy that they are implementing across board. And that not just the by-election, but they intend to carry through this silly policy into the registration centers where electoral officers will be bribed. And man, you don't go without wishy-washy excuse being given by the Electoral Commission that they are facing challenges. It's deliberate. It's not true. And I challenge or dare any of the telcos. Internet is not provided by EC. Is that the case? Internet is provided by telcos. Yeah. Why is it that the telcos are not speaking by the Electoral Commission? The Electoral Commission wants to create the impressions in the minds of Ghanaians that they are facing challenges with their machines and by extension the network providers. And so they want to do registration offline. That is where the rigging comes in. Yeah. They want to rig this election through offline. We have been told by the likes of Sammy and Co that they are going to use tricks and tactics to win election 2024. Are we done to allow ourselves to be tricked? What makes the NPP think that they are smarter than anybody in this country? You are going to register offline. In any case, report that we are receiving is that whereas on the 10th day of registration, they registered 48,000. The Electoral Commission, simple arithmetic, they are saying they registered 43,000. Just adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the 16 regions, the Electoral Commission is unable to do. How would they be able to give us the right figures in election 2024? Mind you, tensions are very high. Tensions are very high. I've been telling that people are so comfortable in their conditions, they don't come on the street. The day they will listen to me, they will know the truth. People are boiling up on the street that you cannot get away with it. So the earlier you change your mindset that you are going to fulfill constitutional mandate, which is to ensure that free and fair election is organized and organized in this country without favoring any political party, the better for all of us. Only last week, Peter Apiahene, one of the commissioners, vice president, goes to University of what? Natural Resources or so in Sunyani, Happily, he was chairing the occasion. He was sitting in there, happily shaking. They say, oh, that was his former school. And that, and what I'm even hearing makes it very serious. That he's still lecturing there. Being a commissioner of the EC is a full-time job that you are not supposed to be doing other business. On what basis would he be a commissioner if the allegation of what the explanation coming out is anything to go by and still continue to be a lecturer there? Happily, he was embracing the vice president. Look, happy it is not going to happen. I've been in the MPP with you before. They must know what time it is. That enough is enough. You have been given 8 years to lead this country. You have destroyed the country totally. And that is how come you have such issues happening. Adamus, a court of competent jurisdiction, gives an order that 5 members interim management committee must be formed to oversee the activities of Adamus gold resource or mining. As we speak, one party has not complied. The state is unable to carry through the order from the court. Meanwhile, mining is going on. Gold is being shipped daily. And you ask yourself, who is managing the company now? How are we able to account for the gold that is going out of this country? This is the land that we are living in, a country that we claim that we are serious. This can only happen in an unserious country. Take it from me. Because people feel that, we have a weak government so they can do whatever they like. So Mensah must get it clean and clear in the 2 years that election 2024 is too big an election for anybody to toy with. Every day, every weekend, my candidate, Mr. Kyeremanteng, is touring the entire country. You think he's a mugu? He doesn't know what to do with his time. He doesn't know what to do with his energy, his money. You know, the price of diesel, a liter is now 14.65 or so. Can you imagine moving from here to Tamale? How much he has to spend together with his entourage? And when we are done with this, you have an electoral commissioner who will just sit down and manipulate figures. It's not going to happen. So I would call on all progressive forces in this country, 1 million Ghanaians, that election is a process and not an event, and that it starts with registration. It's garbage in, garbage out. If you allow nonsense to enter the register, it will be nonsense that will come out. And that is how come I believe that if we blame democracy as not working for Africans, it is because we in Africa have allowed that nonsense to happen. We vote for people to service. The president is supposed to be the chief public servant. What it means is that I can call the president in the morning and say I'm not eating. In any case, what does chapter 6 of our constitution says? The only mandate that has been given to the president under our constitution, let's go there so that those listening would understand that when you are elected as a president, your only reason or mandate towards Ghanaians is to make sure that we are living a living good. Chapter 6 of our constitution, article 36, this is what it says. 36 says, the state shall afford equality of economic opportunities to all citizens, and in particular, the state shall take all necessary steps so as to ensure the full integration of women into mainstream of the economic growth of Ghana. What does the country do? The president is supposed to make sure that our economic well-being is well taken off. That is also his only responsibility. Ghanaians have voted for leaders and they go and queue at their doorstep begging for arms. Why must you beg anybody that you have elected to serve your interest? And that is how come in the figment of their own imagination they think we are servants and they are the kings. They are not. If we are able to put them on their toes, I'm telling you, these silly things happening in our system will stop immediately. You understand? I pay for your water, I pay for your electricity, I pay for your fuel. When I have not even paid for myself, the president paid.
We paid for him to bath in the
bath in the skies.
To bath on us.
The last time he was even bathing on us. The man was bathing on whether he was even flat-waging, he was even bathing on them flat-waging on us. What kind of life is this?
You're waiting for waiting, and some year apparently at the 2 dry Solomon Owusu or then some debris at the Kokobosem Nema EC any Akufo Addo in election 2024. Now Akufo Addo so can say and now they will hand over power. Which I said thanks you go now what the assembly go now run a 2 because you see me so and now so we can subscribe or message say over subscribe don't like it. Now watch a video rama of so any be na watch it. Also betting actually Wárning Fíré and some way now home comment box me. Mobate main view. in my next video.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.